Hello, Rio Salado student. Welcome to Communications 110, Interpersonal Communications. Now, Com 110 is actually my favorite class to teach at Rio Salado, and I think you'll enjoy learning a little bit more about how you can more effectively communicate in relationships that you will have throughout your life. Please let me know how I can best assist you as you're moving through this course. Email me if you have a preference for written, verbal, or video feedback, and I will make sure to give you the feedback that is best for your particular learning style. I want you to succeed, and I'm here to help you to succeed. I'll check my email several times a day and get back to you quickly so that I can help you move through the class at your pace and make sure that your questions are answered so you can move forward. I've also created a short video biography about myself. It is on the page if you're interested as well. Now, this lesson that we're talking about today, lesson 1, just kind of gives you a foundational information about the communication process and about several communication models that have been used throughout the years. One concept that students seem to struggle with more than others is the idea of context. So I'm just going to give you a little example of context. The other day I was driving around Phoenix with my 2 young sons, and they were both talking very loudly in the back seat. One was talking about Star Wars and lightsabers, and the other one was talking about Stitch from the Disney movie Lilo and Stitch. And they were both energetic, but I also had traffic, and it was really hot, and it was hard to kind of pay attention to what they were saying. So I tried to provide feedback, but maybe I wasn't doing the best job at it. As you continue to study the communication model in lesson 1, one of the concepts that you'll hear about is context. And a lot of students think that context is just the setting of the communication. In this case, it would just be a very hot car. But context is more than the setting. Context actually considers the physical environment, but also my relationship with my children, their personalities, the history of our communication, even our culture. So while the conversation seemed to be lighthearted and the setting was just a car, the context was actually deeper than that because my younger son had recently developed a very real fear of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. So he was terrified of this character, and it wasn't a lighthearted conversation while driving down the interstate. It was actually something that he needed to talk through and work through. So my feedback needed to be much more targeted rather than just as I'm driving down the road. So context carries weight, and we need to be aware of not just the sender, the receiver, the feedback that you're giving, but you also need to be aware of the context of your communication because it is important, particularly when we're dealing with these interpersonal relationships. Specifically those that are going to be important to us and lifelong. We want to make sure that we're communicating in an effective way. So as you're working through these models, keep in mind that context is more than setting and carries weight, and we just need to be aware of it. And we'll learn more about context as we move through the course and how to use our communication to build our relationships in better ways. Again, I'm Rebecca Chase. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm available to talk. I can set up a Zoom appointment if you would like office hours, but I'm really just here to help you succeed. Once again, welcome to the class.